No, not at all. I mean, I play defense, but wherever they ask me to play at, I'll make it happen.
Would you ever dreamed when you came here that you would end up being Offensive Player of the Week in the Pac-12?
No.
You are. You are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
That seemed a little strange.
A little bit, yeah. Because I kind of pride myself on defense, but I guess apparently I want on offense. But I'll take it. It's all a team thing. And then a lot of guys blocking up front.
How would you handle you as a running back, playing linebacker?
I probably hit myself low. That's really like one of the reasons why I don't like playing running back is because getting hit in the legs and stuff. I don't like that.
Would that other running back talk smack to you about hitting into it?
Who?
You. No, you.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Looking back at the tape, were you at all surprised about how easily you broke some of those tackles?
I mean, really, it was just kind of situations where I had like an alley or a crease just based off the blocking scheme. So, I mean, the way the scheme was set up, it was perfect, and all I really had to do was run. So, yeah, it all worked out.
How much do you feel you can carry offensively each game?
As many times as they asked me to, I'll suck it up and do whatever the team asked me to do.
Then how did you feel after the game, being on both sides?
After the game, I was tired. I was exhausted. I took a nap on the plane ride.
What were some of the kind of best text messages or tweets or whatever you saw about yourself?
It was really just my mom, how proud of me she was and just how happy she was. Like, we landed at 3 in the morning and she told me to call her like when I landed and everything, and she was still up, excited and everything. I think that was the most happiest, that was the most meaningful text that I got in a phone call.
How many texts did you get?
I probably got somewhere around maybe 90.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It was a lot. A lot of people watching that game. So.
You didn't answer mine.
I didn't?
It even seemed like with your teammates, though, they were a little bit just incredulous at what had happened. Were they a little bit in disbelief?
Yeah, they were. I don't know. I guess they didn't really know, I played running back in high school or whatever it may have been, but yeah, just the way everything worked out, the teammates, they were really excited, they were impressed, and, it was just really up to my blocking. I was just following my blockers and just making plays off of them.
When you ran that wing T in high school, were you more kind of sweeping off the edge, or is that something where did you ever line up behind the quarterback?
No, it was more like sweeps and I would lead block and stuff like that. I never really got to go downhill. Something like a couple plays, but it was really more sweeps and stuff like that.
That's something you feel like you still need to learn a little bit if you're going to keep playing running back?
No, I'd rather run downhill. That's
okay.
more my forte. That's mainly why they threw me back in that type of situation.
Was it known to you going in that you were going to get some carries in this game?
It was tossed out there, but I really didn't believe it was going to happen until they actually called the package and everything. So, yeah.
How much was it your influence to keep that packaging after you got that first down and you were saying, let's keep it in?
Yeah, it was just...
Was that you?
It was Brett, you know what I mean? Brett kind of co-signed along with me after I did the little hand signal and everything. So we just kept going and, pounding out a couple more yards.
Obviously Washington recruited you. How early and how often did they contact you during that whole process?
It was a daily thing. They're up at my school. I went to the games on Saturday. I was pretty much at Washington, every week. So, I had contact with them and everything, and they recruited me just as tough as any school is. So.
How old were you when they first contacted you? Is that something were they one of the first schools who
my sophomore year, they contacted me. They sent me a questionnaire, and then they invited me to their Oregon game before they made the new stadium or whatever. So that was the last game they played in that stadium.
Would it be easier playing with Price than Hundley?
Would it be easier?
Yeah.
I'd rather play with Brett.
Okay.
Brett, he's a cool guy. So yeah. I'd rather play with Brett. Yeah, he's my teammate.
Did they?
How many programs recruited you primarily as a running back?
South Carolina, Vanderbilt. I can't really remember the list. Georgia, they did a little bit, but that was really the main kind of schools. But I wanted to play linebacker, so.
Washington wanted you as a linebacker?
Yeah, Washington wanted me. Well, they told me I could do whatever I wanted to do, but I'd rather play linebacker.
Which one do you feel more comfortable in?
Linebacker for sure.
Why is that?
I like to hit, so I like to tackle people like Brett, so yeah.
How close were you to potentially going to Washington? Is that something that...
It was definitely a tough decision, because my mom's there, my little brother's there. I spent 4 years in high school there, so it was a tough decision, leaving home and everything, but at the end of the day, I just felt like this program was heading in the right direction, and I wanted to be a part of that.
How much did Coach Mora have an influence on that?
Oh, big time. He was recruiting just as hard as Sarkisian was. It was a back and forth deal, and yeah, I mean, Coach Moore just, I don't know, at the end of the day, I just felt like Coach Moore, I don't want to, like, disrespect Sarkisian or anything. I just felt like I have more trust in Coach Moore and, like, what he was saying.
Were they number 2?
Who, Washington? It was between Washington and ASU. It really came down to a three-way tie between here, ASU, and Washington. So, yeah.
Where do you think this ranks at your best games defensively?
This Arizona game?
Yeah.
I actually felt like I didn't play that well. You know, I missed a couple tackles and I had an interception that I should have came upon. And so I mean, it was okay. It wasn't my best performance, I felt like, but you know, that's why you have another week to play.
Brett, you got anything to ask?
How'd you enjoy the game?
It was fun, you know, taking handoffs from Brett and everything. That was a new experience, you know.
How'd you like your running back position?
It was cool, you know. It was a nice little change up, you know.
Feel comfortable back there?
I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was all right.
You wouldn't mind being in a couple packages or anything?
You know, that's what you want. You know, I'm with it. So.
Brett, don't give up your day job. Those are horrible questions.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Myles.
All right.